BRB UK. Worse teeth, better accents.
Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy, welcome, young denizens of the internet and perhaps older denizens of the internet. Welcome to episode 439 of BRB UK. That's many episodes. This is a podcast. I am Dan. I'm joined by Tim. Say hello.
Hello.
I'm also joined by Coleman.
Hi!
He says hello as well, don't you?
I usually say hi, but
all right, we'll say it.
A shortened version of
whatever.
hello.
Do you know what I discovered, Coleman?
Yes.
I was worried this week.
What's that?
I have a Tado smart thermostat. Other smart thermostats.
A potato.
Tado, not a potato. Tado.
Thermostat.
Tado, not potato.
I wouldn't use a potato as a thermostat, Dan. That
Thank
doesn't
you,
sound
Tim.
very smart.
As always, your scientific input is welcome. Thank you, Tim. And if you like, with all these things, you want to try and identify which one it is. If you press identify this smart thermostat, it says hi in a Coleman way. I was like, Coleman has actually infested my house.
I genuinely don't know what mine is. I call it Google Home. Oh, wait. I didn't set it off.
Did you activate it?
Sorry, I thought I set it off then. That happens quite a lot.
So anyway, fun fact, Coleman has will hack your house. He's like a real life version of Watch Dogs, except without the iconic baseball hat cap. Yeah. How's your week's been? All right.
It's all right. Working.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Sounding
it.
thrilled by the whole process, boys. Loving your work.
We're just waiting for these lockdowns to lift properly so we can actually start going out and doing stuff. So it's,
I know.
It's not much
funny.
excitement going on in the world.
Like, it's not too bad for us video gamers because at least we've got plenty of time to video game. But it does feel like we've got all the worst bits back of our lives without all the good bits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm middle-aged rank coming up, I warn you. I'm actually working far more and far harder than I ever have outside of the NHS. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't like it.
You've got important scientific things to do, Dan, so we don't all die and stuff. So thanks and stuff.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
hey.
I know. I'm just sorry. I'm distracted by trying to find a photo of my thermostat. It's not my own personal photo of my thermostat. I don't have a phone album full of pictures of my thermostat, but I'm just gonna. Coleman,
Gonna send us a picture of a potato.
I'm gonna send you a flipping picture of my thermostat
of a potato.
Right? Yeah, exactly. There we go.
If it's not a potato, I'm going to be disappointed now, Dan.
Great internet coming, and this is, I hope, going to be the show art for this week.
Do you know where I get the video capture for our cameras?
Where?
Discord. When you private message me on Discord, do you know what I can't see? You know what I can't see? Any messages you send me on Discord.
Excellent.
So there you go.
There we go.
Time to be Rita Coleman then.
I did it on my phone. There we go. I can see your thermostat. It says hi.
It's Coleman. It's Coleman the thermostat.
I love it.
Coleman the thermostat. He knows where the heat is at.
That'll be this week's cover art. It'll be Dan's thermostat.
I've had a long day.
Yeah, I can hear it.
It's been hard on my brain.
Do you
don't like it?
Do you want to talk about some games?
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Because me and Tim have been hunting dinosaurs, and I killed a T-Rex.
Have you? Have you been doing so in Monster Hunter? Have you found or what's the other one? Dauntless? No, neither of those.
No.
Have you found other ways in which to hunt the dinosaurs?
It's not Ark Park either.
Not Ark Park?
Not Ark.
Oh dear.
Ark. No Ark.
Jurassic Cul-de-sac?
No.
Is that it? No.
It's not Ark Survival Evolved 2 starring Vin Diesel.
Nope.
No.
Although it might be.
Second Extinction, which is kind of a Left 4 Dead / Evolve clone.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
Are there zombie T-Rexes?
Not
sure,
thus far.
No, it's fine. It's zombie T-Rex. It's fine. This has been released to the Xbox Series X, PC, Xbox Series S, and I think Xbox One as well with Game Pass. And this is part of the I don't know what they call their early access on Xbox. has a game preview program or
game
something.
Preview.
It's a
preview
preview
program.
version of the game apparently, or something. Yeah, but yeah,
It's so you can go in with 3 players and hunt dinosaurs together.
mm-hmm. Well, a team of 3 people, just to clarify. But
Yeah.
Let's say you hate people.
yes,
Do you have to go in with 2 other people?
No, you can do it on your own, but it's balls hard. So
Yeah.
Wow.
recommend it.
Okay.
So this game comes with 3 different modes. You've got a practice mode, an exhibition mode, and a campaign. Practice mode to figure out all the kind of abilities of your characters. Then
Which end of the gun to hold, that kind of stuff.
Your campaign being your story mode, and then which is a loose story. Is not a lot.
and
to
the
it
other
at
one's a
moment.
free roam.
Yeah, and then the other one's the free roam where it will just throw out random events for you and missions for you to go and do. And I recommend if you're playing this to do it in exhibition mode first, and then work your way to the campaign when you've got some friends to play with or when you've leveled up a bit. Because I jumped straight into campaign and just constantly died in that game so early on, and I was like, this is really hard. I wonder if you do just need to play with other people or if it is like this. And I
Also,
played a lot
There's a
more.
life lesson in there somewhere.
You've also got to be wary of the threat level of the area that you're going into, especially to start with when you haven't leveled anything up and stuff like that. No?
I have a question.
Yes.
How is threat measured? Is it a general sense of peril, or is it something that's much bigger than you and has sharp teeth?
On a bar.
It's a
Bar.
traffic.
On a bar.
Yes.
It's
Like-
a traffic
like-
light system.
Let's say I went to Croydon. Would that be a danger bar?
I mean, possibly, just
Right, okay.
generally for you, Dan.
Okay, good. Lovely.
Yeah.
Are we at cross purposes in determining what risk and danger is here? Am I just desperately
Basically,
wanting a
it's
drink?
just a threat level from low, medium to high, and if you go into a high area, you will get killed.
Yeah, red, amber, green.
That
yeah.
sucks.
But
Yes.
yeah, I don't know how you've been finding it, Tim, but I tried a bit on my own, and then I tried a bit with some Xbox cloud streaming, and then I tried a bit with multiplayer. I played a lot in multiplayer and had a lot of fun in that. But this game, I find it doesn't spell much out to you. Like there's a lot of figuring out on your own, but the stuff that
I'll get you start for free. Dinosaurs is spelt Dinosaurs.
it's the U that I'm always forgetting.
I know, right?
No, like for instance, when you start, you all appear in this craft where you have to get into escape pods to go jettison down to
Doesn't
the
actually
Earth.
tell you to do that, but
No. So for ages, I'm kind of stood around, and it's not like you walk up to a pod and it will highlight to go, hey, click something to get into this pod. So I'm just walking back and forth on the ship on my own going, I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. Is it meant to, and I thought it was loading into the level. So I'm just waiting there for ages, and then went, oh, there's a pod there. I wonder if I
So
can
you
just get
being
in.
all jaded going, oh, curse you, trying to hide your loading screen, you scamp.
I genuinely thought that's what it was.
I had the advantage of I just got through the training, was on that screen for a while because I was ordering pizza at the time. But then,
That's not the game's fault,
no,
Tim.
but then Jamie popped up, Smashhole, friend of the show,
Yay!
popped up and he was playing as well, so he gave me an invite and then we ended up joining together. Unfortunately, he was able to talk me through the drop pod situation, so that
Right.
didn't faze me the first time.
Was
But
it
yeah, he did have to
open
tell
the
me because
door
otherwise
to
I
the
wouldn't have known.
pod?
But then also, yeah, he was able to kind of guide me through some of the early stuff. And then I've played through the first level with him. And yeah, let's say, I think it's fair to say he was carrying the team somewhat. But he also did seem to say it didn't seem to scale that much whether you were playing in 2 or 3 player. Because he
Right.
played through it in 3 player, and there didn't seem to be less dinosaurs because there were just 2 of us, basically.
No.
Okay. Which probably explains why it's so balls hard on single player, because they're throwing 3 people's worth of dinos at you.
Possibly,
and
but then I
raptors are
just
dicks.
went back in and I was just playing a bit before we kicked off the show, and I was playing the second level, and I'm guessing I hadn't got to the hard bit of that yet necessarily, but I was playing through and getting through checkpoints okay. I had to turn it off
You're my
to the
hero.
show just as I was getting down a mine that seemed like it might be a bit tricky, but yeah, it's generally seemed that I could get through that in single player once I'd leveled up a couple of my weapons at least. Like, it does seem like it's going to be very hard going in at the ground level on your own, and trying to figure things out and trying to do stuff. But that's something that may be signpointed in a later version of the game a bit better as well, kind of thing. So,
I mean, I was going to say, I think people do forget that although something's out in the game preview, it's still a preview.
This
game is not finished. The whole purpose of the game preview thing is to get it into as many hands of people's hands as possible and work through the little kinks in the road this. So,
but more for the benefit of our listeners that might be jumping into the game as well. Like, I'd have preferred to have known a few of those things, just like the drop pods and stuff like that. Like, and it was handy that Jamie could point those out to me. If you don't have that advantage, then listening to the show hopefully will give you that advantage, basically.
One of the more frustrating areas I had was you had to go into a facility, clear all the dinosaurs out of this facility, and then you bring in pods that just fire out the sky, depending on if you're after ammo or health kits or whatever your character can spawn. But they're also mission essential as well. So you might be picking up dinosaur eggs and you need some kind of holder to hold the eggs and then put them in there.
Could I interest Sarah in an egg cup?
Giant dino egg cup.
Or a large spoon.
There was a data room full of servers and you had to take out hard drives and put them in special packaging and put them away, and there was a time limit. So you had to get as many out as you can before the time ran out, and then when the time runs out you have to be out of the facility. So to put these into the right holdall to then fire back off into the sky, you have to be outside. So when the time runs out, I'm out of the facility, which it said on screen. And then after the time ran out, two of us were one side and one player was the other side. And they were at the exit, like going, hurry up, where are you? Where are you? And we're just running back and forth going, we can't find our way out of the facility. Well, we don't know what we're doing. We just keep trying to find our way out. But there's an invisible wall here. There's an invisible wall here. We can't get... We'd been locked in the facility because we didn't go out the right door to leave, but there was no indication as to which door we were going out of, or when they say you have to leave the facility, it was a specific area of the facility you had to leave. So that was a bit frustrating. Other than that, shot a T-Rex, loved it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the T-Rex yet because I didn't go into the
He's
main
big
threat area type thing. But yeah, I've heard tales.
They have those as well.
They do,
T-Rexes,
yes,
and they can knock you down.
True. And Dan, there's no zombie T-Rexes, but can I interest you in what looks like a raptor wearing massive concrete boxing gloves?
Possibly. Is
They're
this
fun.
Tekken?
No, they're just in the game. I'm not sure entirely.
It's not like a Tekken homage. It's just like, screw it, we're going to have a raptor with concrete boxing gloves because reasons.
Raptors with electrical powers and different.
Yeah, there's different variations of dinosaurs. So you'll see a blue raptor with fans coming out like the Dilophosaurus, the made-up one in Jurassic Park.
What? The raptor's lesser-known Greek cousin? Dilophosaurus.
No, Dilophosaur, the one that's in Jurassic
with
Park
the big
that spits on
spreading
Nedry.
thing. Yeah,
I think that was all right. Anyway, it's a raptor that looks like one of those, but it fires electric. There's ones that are covered in these really thick outer plating of bone that you take. They're harder to destroy. I'm assuming you get the same with the larger dinosaurs as well. At the moment, it's just a lot of variations of
raptors,
and
spitting
they are
acid raptors as well.
Yeah. And they are right gits. Especially when you're out in the open, that's fine. You can see them come and you can shoot them. When you're inside or a warehouse or something, they can run along the side of the walls and jump at you.
I have a question. Does I take it that screaming hands face space at them makes no difference whatsoever?
No, they are not good social distances, Dan, I'm afraid.
Wow.
They really do get up in your face.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is why I switched to using the shotgun.
To be fair, the amount of twats out there who still don't wear a mask, that's also a good coping technique, Tim.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
probably more American suitable, but
possibly.
But yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. It doesn't feel super polished in some areas, but that's obviously to be expected in the state that it's in. But I also think, in direct comparison to Outriders, I don't know, I'm obviously much deeper into Outriders and having a bit more fun with it, but it didn't seem like the upgrade system for the weapons and all that type of stuff was particularly deep, but it did give you a bit more functionality. It seems to be... is there any upgrade to the actual class and the actual people. I could only see upgrades to the weapons.
Just the weapons at the moment, but I'm assuming that's all stuff they're building on once again.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, it did seem to give you different skills with with upgrading those weapons. It did seem to change the way those weapons worked for you as well, basically.
I certainly experienced a lot less bugs than I did in my first couple of hours of Outriders than I did in this game. But I'd say, I mean,
I've seen a few, but some of them are fine. Like there's some squiffy physics with flying dinosaurs going all over the place when you kill them.
Dude, you've got electric dinosaurs.
That's
flying
fine.
Dinosaurs aren't off the table, mate.
I don't. No, I mean ones like shooting them in the head while they're running at you and them flying 100 feet in the air. Like that's not.
That's not a bug. That's a feature.
Yeah,
and that's a cool feature.
As I said,
that's
I'm fine
not
with those sort of
but
bugs.
again, Tim,
they're
I'll reply
they're
with
amusing.
Dinosaurs.
They make me laugh while I'm shooting the dinosaurs in the head.
Right,
it's fine.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have Game Pass and you can play this game and you've got some mates that you can jump in with, especially if you've got some mates to jump in with.
Yes, I think it's at its best then.
Yeah, it's
I
very
have a
fun.
question.
Yes.
As someone who's very stubborn and games on PC and slightly can't find an Xbox Love the Money because of the ongoing chip shortage, can I play with you guys in this game?
No crossplay.
Why not?
Well, it's a preview for a start, Dan. Don't be too harsh.
Only crossplay between Xbox One and the Xbox Series but not PC and Xbox.
Because they're basically the same thing.
But
sad face.
The budget Series S, they're everywhere now.
Yeah,
you can pick them up.
should definitely get
super
one of those.
easy.
Shall I get one of them?
Yes.
I reckon.
You reckon?
Yep.
I don't know. Specifically, if you want something just to play the odd Xbox game that isn't on PC or to play multiplayer for the odd game that doesn't have cross-save with Xbox friends, then yes. If you
could be playing Outriders for free-ish.
Otherwise, it's all on PC.
Otherwise, it's all over there.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
But I'm sure Outriders won't be the last example of something that comes on Game Pass but doesn't come on PC, no?
It happens. I mean, the Outer Wilds came to Xbox and then came to PC months and months later.
Yeah.
Just while we're mentioning Outriders as well, I did roll credits on that last night.
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah.
I did on Monday.
Still lots of endgame stuff to do, which I'm quite looking forward to sinking teeth into, but yeah.
I don't like the endgame stuff.
Oh, I heard it was good.
Why? Without going into spoilers for people, what do you dislike about the endgame stuff?
Well, if you finish Outriders, then your choices are go back to the main menu and restart chapters of the game to play the stories again, replay the side missions, or you can go into these specialized missions, which are basically
expeditions.
Yeah, expeditions where they're areas you've previously played in, fighting against enemies you've previously beaten, against bosses that you've already beaten, but they throw loads of them at you in kind of a survival mode, and the idea is to beat them within a certain time limit to get extra bonuses.
Okay.
And it's not particularly amazing after you've gone through all the story. There's like a boss element to the end of it, which I'm assuming is something new. I'll have to see when I get to that. But
well, I'm guessing it's the big bad, no, without giving spoilers
I'd assume
away.
So. But after beating the story, the extra content just makes me go, okay, I'm up for playing this in multiplayer, but on my own, not really so much. I'd rather go play something new now. I even jumped back into Avengers and then went, oh, this latest update has broken the game on PlayStation 4. Thanks, guys. It plays so slow now.
Oh.
Really? Is it like frame rate badness or?
It's chugging even in the social hub. You know, not even a social hub. Like there's a little hub to pick your levels and stuff out, and usually it's in the levels when you're overrun with bad guys and stuff. That's when the frame rate can take a dip. Now in the hub, I couldn't move without starting to feel ill. It was not good.
Oh yeah, that's especially not good for you. That's not good. Yeah. I'll try and catch up, and hopefully they'll have patched it by the time I do, when we can play
or a
together.
PlayStation 5 may be available one day.
Maybe. Possible.
You know, for a bit of a laugh, apparently Nvidia are going to release a new version of the 3080 graphics card, the 3080 Ti, despite the fact that people who ordered it back in September still haven't got a card. And we'll just release next one. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But we're still going to make you buy the old one that you signed up for. All right?
Dan, you haven't mentioned how lucky you were to actually get one.
Yeah, I was ridiculously lucky.
Just
Thank you,
saying,
Tim.
you mentioned it without mentioning that, so I was just making sure you're okay.
I was, I'm mad lucky.
Mad lucky, yo.
Mad lucky.
Mad lucky.
Mad lucky.
Well, the other thing that you've been lucky about is it sounds like you got your quest back.
I got my quest back.
It's a bit like how Stella got her groove back, how Dan got his quest back.
Yes,
Cruise control.
It's exactly like that, Tim.
It hasn't been stolen by Amazon drivers permanently then, no?
No, I don't. To be fair,
Yes.
I don't think it was the Amazon driver.
Okay,
it was his
fine.
neighbour.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. One of my. I'm 99% certain my neighbour. There's one of my neighbours who has
got a free
habit,
quest.
Who got a free quest, and who also has a habit of sometimes
Stealing.
when deliveries go to them by mistake, the box always comes back open.
Open, just because they checked.
Yes. Oh, sorry, mate. I thought it was my name on it. Oh, how did you? Really,
I
idiot.
thought my name was Dr. Gibbons.
Yep. Idiot.
It's my MC name.
Yep. Dr. DJ Gibbo something, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't really buy into that. I didn't lean into that enough. I'm sorry, Coleman.
It's all right. I used to live in a flat that for ages I didn't have internet because every time Sky sent me out a router, one of the neighbours would nick it,
Oh.
not realising that it's a useless thing.
There's one of your neighbours has got like 4,000
Yeah.
Sky routers in their house.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a rough area and like they were putting them into a shared lobby and then people would go, oh, a parcel, I'll have that. And then take it upstairs, presumably go, oh, Sky router, stick it in the bin.
Aren't people great?
And it
They
could
are.
at least go, all right, I can't be asked for this, so I'll just stick it back downstairs. Like, at least, no?
You think,
I don't know.
wouldn't
Maybe,
you?
I didn't read the handbook on being a shitlord, so, you know.
Oh, is there a handbook?
Yeah.
Is there a handbook? Is there part of the induction pack?
It's called Boris Johnson, an Autobiography.
Wow. I'm not sure I'd spend money on that.
When we're talking about VR,
Yes.
I thought we were going to. So anyway, so I finally have a
Why not?
Quest.
Yes.
A Quest 2 that A, hasn't been stolen.
Right.
B, doesn't have any dead or stuck pixels yet, as far as I can work out.
Also good.
Also good, because stuck pixels, dead pixels on VR, not great.
Yeah.
They're
Big blocks
bloody
in your face.
Yeah, bloody miserable anyway on any screen, but on VR they do break that fourth
Yeah.
wall quite
One strap
quite
to your
quickly.
face, you don't want that.
No. So anyway, what I have also purchased, because as anyone watching on video can see, I'm a specky four-eyed twat.
Ah.
I know, and
wonder what
quite
those
blind, quite blind, very blind, and I've got quite a big head.
I have
These
noticed.
are reasonably sized glasses. Quest 2, quite small. And I was having issues of putting my face plus glasses into the wondrous world of VR. So I actually picked up some prescription lenses for it by a company called AdLens, who are based in the UK. Really good. Fantastic. Do you know what? It makes it brilliant. Not having to worry about glasses, just whack the lenses on. It obviously also protects the plastic lenses, which I hear are just ridiculously fragile and prone to going very wrong if you even look at them funny. So I don't have that to worry about either. And because they clip over the eyepieces inside the Quest 2, in a pinch, I have a pair of monocles should I ever want them.
Nice.
Something like that.
Big old monocles.
Big old monocle. It's great. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and there's been some pretty good updates to the Quest 2 recently. I mean, I've because the Quest 2 you can play it standalone, as you guys know, or you can shove a USB cable up its what's name, and you can tether to your PC, so you can leverage, you know, the grunt of your PC's processing graphics power to make all the virtual reality look a bit more like reality and a little bit less virtual. But unlike the Rift S, it isn't directly projecting onto the screen. It actually sends a compressed video feed to the headset. So there is some artifacting. You've got to tweak the bit rate a bit, But the lag, surprisingly, is not that bad at all. Even racing games, entirely playable without a problem. But one of the big updates they just pushed to the Oculus Quest is something called AirLink. Meaning that just as long as
to the air.
You can link through the air, Tim. Look at you, aren't you a clever boy?
I said to the air because I was being extra dumb.
Well, you could.
But,
you're always technically linked to the air unless you're in a vacuum, and then not being linked to air is
Isn't that the thing you use to travel the rails in Bioshock Infinite? Oh, Skyhook. Sorry, Skyhook. AirLink.
Yeah, why not? Sure, same thing. Sure, exactly the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that basically means that you can wirelessly stream now from your PC to your face. Works so well. Works amazingly well. I know there's some kind of special secret sauce going on with something I think Oculus calls asynchronous space warp, which basically interpolates frames should it drop any, meaning you don't get any jitters. But I've been really impressed with how the wireless works. I haven't played in anything that's kind of like requires Twitch reactions or racing or anything like that, because I've learnt that I need to warp before I run in VR, because I played something that had a bit too much control-y movement with the stick. Nearly redecorated my room. Felt quite sick.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, a little bit. So I'll yet see how that works, but it's an incredible bit of kit, and I've been it seems to be there's quite a lot of like escape room type games out there, which are a really nice fit for VR, and I've played through the Room VR. I'm sure you've heard of the Room series of games, like Puzzlers
on mobile and stuff,
on your phone.
Not the movie.
Made by Fireproof Studios, who I think are actually just down the road from us in Surrey.
All right.
So hello, if you listen. If you don't, you should. But
Sod
then you
off.
don't know I've said that to you. But, you know.
If you don't, stuff ya.
Stuff ya. Up yours, mate. But yeah, a really nice, well-crafted game. And with a lot of the Oculus stuff for the Quest, it's kind of what they call crossplay. So you can download it direct to the headset for obviously slightly reduced graphical quality, or you can run it straight from your PC. And I mean, just to put it in perspective, the last time I really played VR before this was in the mid-90s in the Trocadero, and it's come on a bit, turns out. But no, really, really, really enjoyed it. And, you know, I think if anyone is thinking about checking out VR, the Quest 2 is a good starting point. I mean, it's, you know, no VR headset's cheap, but it's one of the cheap ones out there, and it's a pretty good bit of kit. Apart from the fact you've got to have a Facebook account.
I mean, I think the two problems for me is, one, you've got to have a Facebook account, and two, to get the full best use out of it, you have to have a gaming PC. And I don't want either of those things.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, the stuff that runs on the headset still looks pretty great, to be honest with you.
I've got two friends, and I don't think either of them have necessarily got gaming PCs, and they've got Quest 2s, and they rave about them, and say that I'm silly for not wanting one because of the Facebook thing. But
and I mean, I haven't used my Facebook account for donkey's years, and you can set everything to private, but I agree with you. I mean, problems I was considering either getting a Quest 2 or the Reverb G2, which is HP's headset, which has been getting rave reviews. But the difference in price between them is like 350, 400 quid.
And I think there's more support for the Quest, no?
And there is more support for it. So I was like, all right, if I could put everything private, and it's been long enough since I actively use my Facebook account, and no one probably gives what I do on there anyway. I thought, all right, fine. But, I mean, the bigger issue is that if you manage to offend the Facebook gods and get your account banned, that then means you have a 300 quid paperweight.
Oh.
You cannot use the Quest unless you have a Facebook login.
Could you not just set up another Facebook account?
They have ways. They have ways of finding out.
No, they don't.
Apparently they have ways. I don't know.
How many times? I mean, it's been a while since I've been on Facebook, but I remember loads of people that would go, "This is my second account. This is my third account." Like, This is me previously this one, you know.
But all I would say is that if they do get wind of you doing that, they'll ban all of the accounts.
Oh, will they now?
They might. I mean, it's their
Well, then I will
playground.
set up an account, and my name shall be Mark Zuckerberg. Then they will never ban my account.
I mean, let me know how that goes for you.
Maybe no.
But obviously, all of your purchases are tied to your Facebook account. So if your Facebook account gets blocked or turned off or banned for any reason, then you lose access to everything you've purchased. And even if you did make a secondary Facebook account, you'd have to rebuy all your stuff again, unless you're streaming, say, Steam VR content from your PC, which kind of works. But Steam VR and Oculus, I think there's some problems with the NVIDIA drivers with Steam VR as well. Not the nicest experience at the moment. Everything's played directly through Oculus, be it the headset or the Oculus app itself on your PC. Silky smooth, really enjoyable, great experience. Steam VR, bit janky sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I've been really impressed. I've also just started playing through I Expect You to Die, which is basically casting you as an idiotic Bond wannabe. And you've got to puzzle your way out of these situations. Like the first level is you're in a car that's in a plane. It's like a turducken, but with internal combustion engines.
But a car inside a plane.
Inside a plane, inside a... Yeah, exactly. And you've got to work out how to get the car out of the plane.
Yeah.
But because there's poison gas in the plane, if you wind down the windows, you buggered, there's like a retina scanner above you as soon as you turn the engine on. And if that will shoot you in the face if your retina's not correct. And if you dodge it, a bomb will come out and you've got to defuse the bomb. So it's quite good fun. It's a bit silly.
I think it gets better as you go through the game almost. Like,
have
you
really played
good levels yeah,
I Expect You to Die as well?
I've played it to completion and played through the DLC. I really like that game.
Quick question.
Yes.
Did you find the American interpretation of British, slightly camp spy humour a bit annoying too?
Slightly grating at times, but not enough that I ended up disliking it. Like, I
don't actually dislike it. I was just like,
yeah, it kind of grates a little bit. Like, but generally, like, it's amusing enough and doesn't take itself seriously enough that you don't have to either. So, yeah.
Does it verge away from James Bond and goes more towards Austin Powers?
It doesn't even go as explicitly as that, actually.
Yeah, it's more kind of... There is more like your tongue-in-cheekness to it. But
I would say it's more Johnny English.
Yes, that sort of, yeah. Not quite
films.
as ridiculous as that.
No.
Like, there was a game that it actually reminds me of. What was the one that they did?
I Expect You to Die.
No,
it's available on VR,
yes,
Tim.
No,
I thought you'd know that one. Duh.
Jeez.
There was a game that someone made when they lost the Bond license, and it was Bond-esque, but not.
Are you sure you're not confused out with one of the movies?
No,
there
was a game.
What happened to Casino Royale. Because
a game that
the
they
first
made
Casino
with a
Royale,
female antagonist, or protagonist, rather.
Perfect
Wet.
Dark?
No, it wasn't that.
Was that because that's a spiritual successor
yes.
to GoldenEye,
but no, it was
Tomb
someone
Raider.
later than that, like PS2 era.
Returnal.
Sort of thing. I can't remember.
I'm just naming games with female protagonists.
I'm going to have a look.
Tomb Raider.
The Fifth Element on PlayStation.
Shantae.
Oh, go on that.
Tim is, look, this is Tim's internet face we're seeing now.
Internet face.
He's going to do that. So anyway, yeah, so I've been having fun. Turns out, VR quite a nice place to be.
Oh,
yeah,
it was called I Expect You to Die, Tim. It was a VR game.
Yeah, thanks.
It's all right.
Anyway.
What else you been playing in VR, Dan?
That's it.
That is
I
it.
thought you were... Oh, you already spoken about the room.
Yeah, I spoke about the other one. Wakey.
I'll shut up then.
Yeah, it should.
Good.
Bloody well should, mate.
No
Tim,
one
have
lives
you finished interneting?
No One Lives Forever was the name of the game.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's called I Expect You to Die. It's a VR game.
In VR, you should play it.
Yeah.
And I was correct, PlayStation 2 era. So, yeah.
I heard it was pretty good. I heard it twice on the same podcast now. Good.
Is Tim having a bowel movement?
No, I was just trying to work out what studio it was that made it to work out if I was correct about them losing the Bond license part of that equation. But anyway. No.
I mean, I think I speak for many of us here when
you say
really
you don't
we don't care.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
It's IO Interactive.
Also not true.
Wow.
Ah.
But yeah,
So anyway,
definitely sillier than Hitman, and Hitman doesn't take itself entirely seriously.
Twitman, if you will.
Twitman, indeed.
Anyway.
Yes. Do you know what you should play? You should play I Expect You to Die. It's a VR game. It's great.
Yes,
I should have a go at that. I've got a VR headset. I should probably play some games. Do you know, I've still got that because they released a second Walking Dead game for VR, and I have it installed on the PlayStation, and I just haven't been bothered to put the VR headset back in.
Yeah, I don't know if the Persistence is on the Quest, but they just announced that that's getting a free PS5 upgrade. So that was one of the things that was tempting me to actually sort out hooking up my headset to my PS5, which I haven't done since getting the PS5. But
when's the new VR headset out? Is that end of the year?
They still haven't said.
They haven't announced it.
Saying that, they might do it this year. I expect spring next year.
Well, basically, anything with electronic components in it is at some undisclosed point in the future at the moment.
Well, that's also the other thing. They've sold a lot of PlayStation 5s, but probably not as many as they would have liked, and not as many as they want out there before they're selling to a subset of those, something that's going to be sold to a subset of the people that own PS5s. So I think
you're looking at October next year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the previous one was launched in October, and I reckon that's a good date to release a headset.
Yeah. They'll do it like a console launch, and 2 years into the console lifecycle makes sense. But I think that there's a possibility that could be slowed down a bit, but if the sale of PS5s doesn't pick up a bit going forward. If Coleman hasn't got one by then no.
We were this close this week to not having any news to talk about because it was all rubbish. But then Tim sent me an email and said,
Yay!
please, can we basically talk about this basically. So,
God, is it menus?
No. I just think that this is something.
This week
good
on Tim
for our
Talks About
audience.
Crap in excruciating detail, we have the
Basically
Evercade
news.
VS.
Yeah, what are we saying? Are we saying this is the VS or Versus? I haven't seen it pronounced anywhere.
I assume it's the
VS.
verse.
Huh? What?
Versus.
Ooh.
So, Evercade, if you do not know, this was a system, handheld system that was released with the idea of, hey, we're going to put retro games on this system, but we're going to put them on cartridges, and they will be our own specific cartridges.
Something I still like about cartridges.
There is something satisfying about whacking a cartridge in, though, isn't there?
It's kind of a way of getting around, hey, this isn't a system full of homebrew brew emulation for you to illegally stick stuff on or muddily stick stuff on. And this isn't a system that takes cartridges that are going to cost you £400.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the price of retro games, which weren't particularly great to begin with, they have gone up exponentially since the lockdowns had started in the UK.
I really
and the
just
US.
lots of collectors having time to collect.
Apparently, anything you can hoard and put up in price, like Pokemon cards have gone through the roof, sports cards have gone
I've
through
been
the
working
roof,
on my
consoles,
Rice Krispies
graphics
collection.
cards, everything. Yeah, everything's just been going nuts that you can sell, has just been going insane since lockdown. But so the Evercade is kind of a way around that, where they go, here are emulations of games that retro games that you know, and they will be bundled into like this will be a Namco collection, or this will be something along those lines, an Atari collection, and they will sell you the cartridge for that.
And presumably they obviously are getting sign off from the IP owners, and
yes,
these
are officially
thoroughly above board.
Though they aren't the original cartridges, they are cartridge bundles that are officially licensed, and they have all the logos and stuff on them.
These remind me of the cartridges that weren't legal back in the day that you used to be able to get for Game Boy, where it's like 30 games in one.
Yeah, you find it on like a market stall or something, and it'd be a Nintendo plug-in play, but it's not.
Called Keith.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
But anyway,
what's the Game Boy games?
Why'd you
buy one if you got 50 in one, mate? It's what you want.
Anyway, the
One
handheld
is
came.
Keith.
the Evercade came out. It's got some mixing reviews. Some people like it. Some people think it's a bit meh. Two particular complaints I found were the screen didn't really suit the types of games that they were playing, and the cartridges fit way too snug into the console. So with some effort, you can get them in, and then you take a lot of effort to get them back out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, they've announced the Evercade either VS or Evercade Versus, and this is just a regular set-top console to hook up to your TV. You can play multiplayer games now, and it will also take the same cartridges that you would put in your handheld.
That's quite cool.
Not only that, it takes 2 of them. It's got 2 slots.
Why would you need 2
cartridges.
separate ones?
So then you can just put 2 games in and not have to get up and
play them at the same time?
Change them.
That's madness.
Well, no, it's just so it's their equivalent of game pause or whatever the hell that Xbox calls that. What is it? The suspended game thing that they have? I can't remember what they call it.
Suspended game thing from
suspended
Xbox.
game
Suspend.
thing. That's exactly
That
the
is
name that they
the correct
Right.
terminology.
Have you ever considered a career in marketing, Tim?
But then, yeah, I also like the fact
resume.
that you can use other controllers on it as well. That sounds like quite interesting. They particularly mention 8-bit controllers.
Oh, as in 8-bit do.
8-bit do controllers, sorry, yeah.
They do really great controllers, actually.
Yeah,
They do.
which means I've already got
They do good stuff
an
in
extra
general.
controller that will hopefully work with it. So that's quite good.
Okay.
But then you can also use the original Evercade handheld as a controller for the Versus, for the console bit.
Because that worked really well for Sony when they did that with the PSP and the Vita.
Yep.
Well, you know... Okay,
Who bloody wants to play with the handheld as a console controller?
No, as in... But yeah, you can just plug it in and use it as a controller.
I know.
basically. Yeah, it just means that if you've already got one, then you've got... It's easier to play like 4-player, basically. So I think that's...
I mean, I have to say, just having a look through the cartridges with the games, they're actually pretty reasonably priced. I mean, I think because they all seem to have about between 6 to 10 games on them, and they're 15 to 18 quid a pop by the looks of stuff. So it's actually not bad. And if they are official, then you get to sleep safe at night. Without worrying that the creator of Dizzy's going to hunt you down like the dog you are.
The twins, they'll come for you.
Yes.
Yeah. What I really like about the Evercade is the presentation of it and the collection. They have numbered collections, like it's a volume of selection of games that you pick up. So it looks all nice on the bookshelf together, all numbered and in order and stuff. So that's nice. But yeah, otherwise, there's a home version of the handheld now.
Yeah.
Or there will be. It's coming out November. Pre-orders will be available from the 28th of May on their website, and the bundles are going to start from $89.99.
That sounds bloody reasonable.
Which again,
That does.
is reasonable. Like, looking into it, and as I said, I thought it would be of interest to our listeners just because with the three of us, we're kind of the right target age for
Are you saying we're all
I know not all of our listeners are, but yeah, there's quite a few of our listeners that are into retro gaming, even if they weren't of our
It's not
vintage.
retro. Proper gaming, none of this nonsense.
The
The 80s only happened 10 years ago.
Dan. Considering
No, it's not. Never.
Considering like original Xbox is pretty much retro at this point.
Don't start on that. Don't start that nonsense to me, Timothy.
I'm sorry, but like literally, Coleman's the resident retro gamer on the podcast at the moment because he's got PS4 and Xbox One. Oh no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember when it was, but I think at some point I read on a website and they were like ranking the number one, like the top 10 retro games. And it was like, and number 1, Final Fantasy VII. And I went, what?
God, I'm old.
And that must have been about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was watching something on YouTube the other day. I think it was like, because I don't know why I find like kind of retro console repair videos very therapeutic to watch for some reason. But yeah, like realizing that the GameCube came out in 2001 just melts my head. It's like, what? What do you mean it's 20 years old?
2 decades ago, Dan. 2 decades. No one.
That's just a highfalutin way of saying 20 years, Tim.
Yeah.
Going back to the Evercade, what I would like this system to do, because at the moment, it's, when we say retro, we're talking about like the 8-bit arcade version of Pac-Man, that kind of stuff. If they could get into the later in the 90s and do like, maybe get in contact with Konami, Turtles, Simpsons, X-Men, anything. I know there's a lot of licensing you have to get around there, but like that kind of stuff would excite me more than what they currently have on offer. But otherwise it's going to appeal to someone out there. It's just it's not me, sadly, on this time.
Yeah, see, the Atari collection appealed to me more than what you just said, because we can get better versions, or we've got better versions of that sort of stuff coming up, basically. So having access to some retro collections would be of interest to me, I think, generally.
Are they UK based? I believe they are, aren't they, Evercade?
I think so, as they've been sending stuff out to a lot of the UK channels. So that's
jolly good eggs.
That's the Evercade versus or verse or VS or viz. Good.
Vizizes.
That's everything I pre-planned on this show.
Excellent. Good. Timothy.
Yes?
Geek Out for Gosh. Anything to tell us about Geek Out for Gosh other than it's an amazing thing and people should get involved?
Yep, no major announcements this week. We had the announcement for money and stuff. There is some things, irons in fires and other things going on that I can't mention about yet. But just generally the Geek Out for Gosh campaign. I saw someone else saying they'd raised £2,000 this week for Geek Out for Gosh as well. So I think that was on top of what we mentioning last week and stuff as well. But yeah, anyone that doesn't know, you can get involved either by streaming and raising money for GOSH or Great Ormond Street Hospital, or you can help get involved by just kind of promoting the people that are streaming or backing some of them, and in them raising some money, you can sponsor them as they're streaming. If you make £250 on your stream to go to Great Ormond Street, you will get yourself a exclusive pin and t-shirt from the lovely people over at Insert Coin. And it's a good campaign to jump in on, a great time to be helping raise money for hospitals, because obviously they're in great need at the moment and can't do all of their fundraising stuff that they normally do throughout the year. So this is a really good way to help and get involved. You can get some more information on social media channels at Geek Out for Gosh on Twitter and Facebook, I believe. And then, there's more information on their website, gosh.org, and then some / stuff. But just go to gosh.org and search for Geek Out for Gosh, number 4, rather than the word 4. And you can find some more details there or on social media stuff and get involved and do what you can, please.
Indeed.
And if you want to get in contact with the show, you can do via our comments section on BigRedBarel.com, our Discord, which is there is a link available on BigRedBarel.com, YouTube, Big Red Barrel TV, and Facebook and Twitter, Big Red Barrel. We've got a bunch of questions this week, so we won't go through.
Slap me up my face head with them, then, Coleman.
We won't go through everything, but we can pick and choose a couple, and then we'll save a few, and we'll carry them over, I reckon. But I got an anonymous one in my my Twitter DM, and I wanted to read.
Did someone slide into your DMs, Coleman?
They did slide into my DM, and
nice. I don't know what that means.
I don't.
I'm too old.
What is a Netflix and chill? I don't know. But yes, I got asked, and because they're anonymous, we're going to call them Jeff Bridges. So Jeff asks, inspired by the opening of Super Nintendo World in Japan, which video game location do you wish was made into a theme park, or better still, actually existed? Oh. Mine is Whiterun from Skyrim. It's such a cutesy, calm town that I'd love to walk around with in real life, buy myself a cheeky sweet roll from the market stalls, and wander around the Cloud District, etc. Wow. Interesting as well, because it mentions Super Nintendo World in Japan. That's about to close again.
Really?
Yeah, Japan's about to enter a third lockdown in Osaka. So
no Olympics for you this year, Japan. Sorry.
I think they're doing it in...
They've decided they're doing it no matter what.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to go well.
So that means, chaps, if we're willing to sacrifice our own personal safety, we could be Olympians because no one else is going to want to go.
I think the intention is to start another lockdown so you can get everything ready for Olympics.
No, don't ruin my dream, Coleman.
All right.
They just need to go to virtual Olympics. They're the perfect country to do it. Just do it.
Just think me and Tim could be Olympians. Wouldn't that be amazing?
No.
God.
Wouldn't it be great? Oh,
we should not be up there representing the pinnacle of human evolution.
Anyway, to answer your question, I would like
I find your attitude very upsetting, Tim.
Real-life gold saucer from Final Fantasy VII.
See, that's good, but you're just asking for a casino, Coleman. They exist.
Yeah, basically.
But
casino
a video game-themed casino sounds like a good idea. Is that not... I haven't seen one from Las Vegas, so I assume that doesn't already exist. But that should be a thing that exists.
There's the Atari Hotel that's being built.
That's a terrible idea, and that's slightly different. But anyway. Yeah, I'll just answer for this one.
It's a difficult one, this. It depends.
Definitely not Ravenholm.
I don't think I'd want the Resident Evil mansion either. That wouldn't work.
Nope.
Oh,
I tell you what.
What? That's not telling me, Tim. That's
I'm not
just making
sure
noises.
if it counts because this location doesn't work without the weaponry from the game that goes along with it.
Uh-huh.
The testing lab from Portal and Portal 2.
Oh,
basically.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Like, it only works properly, and you can only really traverse it if you have a portal gun, though. So I don't entirely know if that works.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Halloween Horror Nights they do in Universal Studios, but I remember one year they did Resident Evil 2 and made a Raccoon City. So the walkthrough, that looked really, really cool.
I bet you, although I think the health and safety forms you need to fill in would be ridiculous, Rapture, BioShock, would be an amazing place to explore in real life should it exist.
Or, I mean, like even some kind of theme park facade of it. You could do, big screens, projections and stuff, make it look like you're underwater in Rapture.
It seems like BioShock Infinite lends itself slightly better towards...
BioShock what now?
BioShock Infinite.
He can't say
I've
Infinite.
heard of BioShock Infinite.
Infinite, that'll do.
There we go.
Yeah, but...
Infinite, mate.
Well,
BioShock.
That
That's
lends
how South
itself
Africans say it.
to
Infinite.
roller coasters a little better, no? Can basically do the skyhook thing.
Yeah,
just with
skyhook.
overhead roller coasters.
It all comes back to the skyhook.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the idea of Rapture. That's I wish I'd thought of that, so you didn't.
But you didn't.
I
Yeah, that's all good until it springs a leak.
I know, then you're buggered.
Right. Velvet Thunder says, if you could play a fire team made up of 3 celebrities, living or dead, who would they be? Tim can play a board game with celebs instead of play Destiny, though.
Ooh. Celebs.
So now
I found out Snoop Dogg is a Destiny player very recently. I just think it'd be hilarious.
Snoop Dogg would be fun, I have to say.
Yeah. Now, problem is, I think you'll find in Destiny that a fire team consists of 3 people, meaning that it would be me and 2 other people rather than playing with 3 celebrities.
You're doing yourself down there, Dan. He's calling you an internet celebrity.
Unless we were
alive
playing
or dead,
a raid
possibly dead,
whereby we would have 5 people we could involve in our fire team.
Just name 3 celebrities you want to play a video game with.
Jesus Christ, Tim. Flippin' heck. Can I resurrect dead celebrities?
Let's say yes. You said alive or dead.
Speed of speed.
Alive or dead. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah.
Just to make Coleman happy.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Can we resurrect non-racist Hulk Hogan as well?
I don't think that ever existed.
Maybe that never existed. Sorry.
I don't think it ever existed. And,
there's a show called Young Rock where it's about the life of the Rock done in like a comedy style, and there's a Macho Man Randy Savage in there, and the guy they got is rubbish. Like that, they've literally just found a guy that sounds a bit like Macho Man. It could have been me playing him with a wig on, you know. Sorry, that's your first one, Macho Man.
Macho Man Randy Savage, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg was a good shout.
Snoop Dogg and
good pairing. Macho Man likes his hip hop.
I I want to go a bit left field. Harry Hill. Screw it. Harry Hill.
Yeah.
There we go.
What about you?
That's my 3 celebs. Probably not the 3 you're expecting, but there we go.
I'm going to go slightly more random. Since we went into the dead celebrity categories, I am thinking I'd like to see how he takes to playing video games. So let's play with Albert Einstein. Get some brains on the team. Got one thing covered.
A man who's never even seen a controller.
Yeah, no, but he knows a lot about electricity and, you know, how gravity works and stuff. I'm sure that's going to be handy.
Okay, so he's covered, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right.
Good.
And then, Snoop Dogg was a good shout. I was probably going to go down that sort of route, but let's go...
I'm going to give a really crap answer once you've done.
Okay, no, I'm going to add another one in that probably doesn't know how to play video games well, so I'm going to need a really good video gamer for the last one. But Stephen Fry. I'd like to play video games with him. I just think that'd be fun. Hearing his voice while playing would be soothing.
He does there are some voiceover from Destiny 2.
Yeah, what if you're playing the Destiny 2 levels that he's in?
Yes.
Oh, you can't anymore because they've been vaulted.
But then he also voiced Little Big Planet and stuff, obviously. But yeah, I just think that would be nice. Although I'm not sure how much he plays video games. And then the last one, Dara O'Brien.
Yes.
Yeah.
He knows his video games and can hopefully, me and him can lead the way for the other 2 to follow.
That's because you're well known for your love of Destiny and inside knowledge of how it all works.
A board game, so I was trying to give an answer that would be interesting in both set of circumstances. But
so why does Albert Einstein's knowledge of gravity and electricity make any sense in that context?
No, like if we're playing a cooperative board game, I would like to have a very
he's not playing
person
Destiny
there that knows stuff. That would be handy. No, in a team, that's good.
All right.
Yeah, and Dara O'Brien for comedy. And Stephen Fry for comedy. So we're good.
Yeah, right.
That's going to be a good laugh.
What's your underwhelming 3 going to be, Coleman?
I will pick Zac Efron, Jamie Foxx, and Ice-T because they're all really good at first-person shooters, I've heard. So we're going to kick your ass in the Crucible, my friend.
Yep. Fair enough. Hit me with one more question, Coleman.
You want one more question? Let's take one from
Spiky
Ed.
Chris? No?
One from Ed.
Okay, let's take one of it.
Yeah, let's take one from Ed. He's got a few in here. You're trapped in a video game that you can only escape from if you reach the end of the main story arc. What genre are you most likely to succeed in, and what are you least likely to succeed in that will leave you trapped forever?
See, I love puzzle games, but essentially you'll never get to the end of a story arc because they don't have one often. Grindstone, maybe, but
maybe.
I need to go back to that. Anyway.
It's a good game.
Yeah, good game. I don't know. Like, it feels like I'm not very good at first-person shooters, but that would probably be an easy one to get through on kind of, normal mode.
I would say I'm probably most likely to succeed in like puzzly type games. But
you think? I think you're more likely to possibly get stuck in that sort of game.
Only if you're a fool, Timothy.
Well, there's that. Some puzzles are obtuse.
I could get out of a point and click pretty easily. Like if I'm stuck in Monkey Island, I'm out there within an hour, mate.
No, fair enough.
I mean, like I'd say something like Street Fighter, but that's probably a not very pleasant place to be trapped in with people throwing fireballs at you and stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
where am I going to be stuck forever?
Oh, and if you get to if the final boss is Seth as well, I'm screwed.
Oh yeah, I'm there for the rest of my life. Quite frankly, that man's a dick.
If I'm stuck in Mass Effect, I'm stuck there forever because I have tried to start that game over. I don't know how many times now.
That's not a bad shout, actually.
I mean, RPGs are not exactly necessarily hard to get through, but they just take a while to do so. I would say, no?
Yes.
Does Probably
An MMO.
some horrible thing like FIFA is where I'd be stuck forever.
Just constantly losing.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
like, essentially, I guess their main story modes do actually end now, so that might be a bit easier, but generally the main modes for football games go on forever, so, you know. Hey.
There we go. That's mine.
I won a baseball game this week, by the way.
Good.
An
I
actual
forgot to
real
mention
baseball
it.
game or MLB
Wow,
the show?
Tim, I didn't know
MLB
you were so
show.
sporty.
Did you beat an American at their own game?
No. I was playing just a exhibition game or whatever, but I was the Big Red Machine,
Kane?
which I reliably been informed what the Cincinnati Reds. Someone corrected me from last week and said Cincinnati Reds are the Big Red Machine. I'm like, okay, I will remember that for next week, and I have done.
Well done, you. Tim.
But also, I played as them against the LA Dodgers, and I won.
Hey, well
There
done,
you go.
Tim.
Got a home run and everything.
Wow, you're my
Got a
hero.
single win in a sporting game. Mate, I don't know if you heard, but I won at the last FIFA game playing as Leeds.
You never guessed what? Never guessed what?
What?
Tetris. I aced it.
Whoa.
I know, right? Sent
Did you
them
ace
right
it
packing, mate.
much as I did. Who knows?
Who
Hey,
knows?
Pac-Man 99, it says that Coleman got a win there. My girlfriend playing with my profile. It says I got a win there. Coleman, number one. Pac number one.
Come on, best in world.
That's right.
Yeah. Well done. Well done, you, Tim, for your meaningless victory.
Yeah. And Complete Outriders have had some good ups. Did you find the last secret quest in Outrider, by the way, Mr. Coleman?
No.
Have you done all the side quests?
I'm missing one side quest. I assumed it was within the exhibition.
No.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Yes.
We should wrap up the
I
show.
know what you were talking about. Very good. Right. I think we should call that a show.
Let's do it.
Yep.
That's a show. Bye.
Good.
Say Stuff for what he is.
So thank you ever so much for listening. As per usual, I'm sure Coleman's told you once already, but do it again. Why not? Let's go to BigRedBarel.com. Come say hello. You'll find a link to our Discord. We're lovely in there. You should say hi. How are you doing? Do you want to play Destiny with me? Yes, we do. Come and join our fire team, is what we're going to say. There are
Or
other
if
games
anyone
in
wants
there,
to shoot
but Destiny's the
dinosaurs.
best. Yeah. So hello, we've
This
got
week.
a chat channel. We'd love to hear from you. That's where our questions come from. Ask us a question. Fun will be had by all.
Come
Yeah.
and join us if
I
you're an
wouldn't-
Xbox
I wouldn't
Chad
make those
like
sort of
myself.
guarantees, Dan.
Above average time will be had by all.
Let's go with
A time
above
will be had
average
by all.
time will be had by some.
All right, okay, good. So some of you may enjoy it.
Games might be played.
Have I ever talked to you about your career in marketing, Tim?
Possibly pushing it a bit as well, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
Who
right?
knows?
So come say hello there. Also, twitter.com/BigRedBarel and YouTube BigRedBarel TV and sometimes Twitch, but not very often.
No.
Because pesky adulting gets in the way. So thank you ever so much for listening. But what would be really splendid is leaving us a review, because that makes us very happy, helps us climb the charts, helps us look spiffing, and gives you a nice warm fuzzy glow inside. So wherever you listen to us, leave a review. We'll find it. We have the technology. Coleman sniffs the internet every single day looking for reviews. Don't you, Coleman? Yeah, he does. Look at him. He's like a bloodhound on the internet. It's quite a terrifying sight. Right,
I'm like a
go,
predator sans dreads.
What? Dan's my dreads.
Like a predator sans dreads.
Oh, I thought you said I had dreads.
I thought
really
you
don't
said something
think I
about
could pull
Dan's dreads
dreadlocks
as
off
well.
as a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could pull dreadlocks off, really.
Well, you couldn't. Well,
Yeah,
you're
well,
not
no.
really supposed to pull them off.
Well, they kind of go
Dan.
crunchy more than anything, so you could probably
I
snap
mean, I
one
reckon
off
if you
the
Just
grew
face.
one
snap
there
and
and
pull
one
them
there, you
straight
could pull them
off,
off quite easily.
That's what happened to Coleman, and look at him
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Don't snap off your dreads, people.
Let's call growing another set of dreads a stretch goal for you, Coleman. I think is probably
It's
Probably
a bit of a
fair.
stretch, I'll tell
I
you
could
that
just,
much.
I could grow one just at the front and then
just one
gel it like a horn.
one big phallus of a dreadlock bang in the middle of your forehead.
That's it.
Nice. Right,
Good.
we're going to go. So thank you so much for listening. All that's really left is for me to remind you that I have been down.
I might have been Tim.
I am sniffing out reviews.
As we speak.
Any news? I have a question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do reviews smell different depending on how nice they are about us?
Yes.
What does a nice review smell like?
sour cherry.
What does a bad
I was
review
gonna say toast.
smell like?
Burnt toast.
Wow. Now you know.
Wait, no, that's a stroke. Oh my god.
Why can't I feel my face?
That's not a bad review. That's a stroke.
Quick, call 999.
Oh god, it's happening again.
Right. Thank you for listening, dear listeners. And until next time, toodle bye.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.
Portal.
Okay.
And I can't remember. Something Swift was the lady's name that made the original one.
Taylor Swift.
That was it. Taylor Swift, indeed.
Good.